What's going on, guys? My name is Appollusgaming, and welcome to Super Mario 64. Already recorded 2 episodes of this. Fucked up really badly. Let's get into it with as little explanation as possible. No, but seriously, I recorded 2 episodes of this.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I have baked a cake.
Listen.
Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Give me some of that cake. Oh yeah. Alright, that was stupid, I'm sorry. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I fucked up. I recorded audio and then I recorded video and audio at the same time, and then they were out of sync. So I was like, oh, that's fine, I could just, go back through and do whatever. And I couldn't sync them up at all. It was almost impossible. And then the second time, Bandicam stopped recording my window halfway through. It's like, oh crap, that kind of sucks. So you know what? Hopefully this works out. Also, what are we gonna talk about? Hello, who are you? You're the camera guy. I know. Just shh. All right. Just keep making your movie about Mario beating Bowser. No, but seriously, I like this game a lot. I played this game so much as a kid. It's not even funny how much I played this game as a kid. So, when I was younger, a little story behind... Come on, damn it. Do the fancy thing. Make me look good, Mario. You gotta do this. No, but seriously, when I was younger, I would always go to my aunt's house to be babysat, and she had a daughter, and she was in her early 20s at this point, and when her daughter grew up, she had an N64, and she left at her mom's house, and so one day we were bored, and we went into her old room, the daughter's old room, and found an N64. She knew it was up there, that's why we went up there that day. But we set it up, and it stayed set up for almost the entirety of the time that I was being babysat by her. A couple years, I want to say. Or at least until the daughter came and got it. And moved out, which was contacts with the box fight. And then what I would almost exclusively play on that N64 were 3 games: Banjo-Kazooie, which I loved so much, Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and Mario 64. Now she had some other games. She had South Park for the N64, which she would. It's not that she wouldn't let me play it. It was just kind of like, hey, be careful with this game, kind of thing, No, don't dive into his back, pick him up. But yeah, she had GoldenEye too, which didn't work, surprisingly. But I played a lot of... I completed Banjo-Kazooie, and I almost beat Ocarina of Time. Fun fact, I have not beaten Alright, that's fine. Don't make me look good like you did in the first episode. I rocked it in the first episode. But, fun fact, I haven't beaten Ocarina of Time yet. You beat me already, boss fight context. I have not beaten Ocarina of Time since that day. I have played it many times since that day, but I've never beaten it. Personally, I subscribe to the Ego Raptor theory of there's so much waiting in that game, it's not even funny. Power Star nonsense. While it is a great game, there's no denying Ocarina of Time is a great game. It's had a great influence on the industry. It's led the way for innovations. So Zeke targeting, which was one of the big main criticisms of the Ocarina of Time, has so much waiting theory, camp, whatever you want to call it, has turned into a big thing. you know, a simple way to target enemies in a 3D space, but it's been improved on. You know, you're no longer, oh, I have to wait for this thing to come down so I can swing at it even though I'm targeting it. You know, there are ways around it now. Look at, it's a good example. I can't think of a good example, but you get what I mean. And I guess the you're so much waiting thing and the Z targeting thing were kind of separate rants, but they were both related to the same. You know, we will flip Mario. Thank you. You know, they were both kind of related to the same. Wow, almost a minute flat. I'm just gonna wait here like this, but they were both kind of that way. How do I explain it? I don't know. Go watch Egoraptor's video. I'll link it in the description. It's a great video, actually. That's probably one of my favorites that he's done. And it just goes, how could you ruin Zelda? How could you make fun of this game? Don't you know that you're on the internet? Type things, and it's very self-aware of that. Which is honestly why I think it's such a good video to watch. If you want to get into game design, I think Aaron Egoraptor talks about Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But really, like, if you want to learn some like more basic stuff about game design and like the way things are set up, go watch. I'm gonna suggest 2 of his videos actually, and he doesn't talk about game design, but you son of a bitch. That was loud. TV was loud, but he covers some stuff. He doesn't like religiously just, you know, game design, but he does talk about a couple of things which are, you know, conveyance. He talks about conveyance a lot, which is a very important thing in games. Conveyance is probably one of the most important things in your games, because conveyance is a topic that sorry, I'm playing. Conveyance is a topic that's kind of weird right now in the game industry, because games are very, very tutorial heavy. Which I feel games shouldn't be tutorial heavy. I feel that games, you know, if needed, give us a basic tutorial. Just give us, you know, this is what the controls are. This is how you do go. You know, don't give us a tutorial for everything. Like there are games that give you tutorials on how to scroll through their damn text. Like, what? Oh, that was close. Like, there are tutorials. It's like, press the A button to, you know, go forward in the text, to move the text forward. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. That is horrible game design. Like, if you think your player base is that stupid, we've got problems in society. Because number one, if you think your player base is that stupid, number two, if your player base is actually that stupid, we gotta talk, man. But yes, Egoraptor Aaron, he talks a lot about conveyance in the Mega Man X episode, I believe. Let me think. Motherfucker, I'm watching you. But yeah, he talks a lot about conveyance and how Mega Man X is a very good example of what conveyance should be to your player. And he does a very good job of explaining it. So, you know, game designers, go to Egoraptor. Egoraptor is actually, he's very passionate about game design. He feels that game design should be a certain way. Not a certain way, but it should. Game design should help the player, but it shouldn't baby them. Which I agree with. I actually very much agree with that statement. Game design, you know, should help you. So, like, if you need a basic tutorial, like, hey, you know, this is what button does this does this. like this button jumps, this button punches. Like, you know, like your Mario 64. I'll give you a tutorial, alright? A button jumps, B button punches. If you jump 3 times, you jump a little bit higher. Z button crouches, L and R change the camera, C buttons change the camera. There you go. There's your tutorial. I mean, it's not that complicated. You know, stuff like that, that's fine. You know, don't give us the whole, like, where you show us, like, a picture of the controller, and they're like, this is what button does what, kind of thing. Don't do that, because those are horrible as well. But, you know, don't baby us. Don't just assume that, like, oh, you know, they're not going to know any aspect of our controls. I have to go talk to the little bomb dude to open up my cannons. You know, don't assume we're babies. That's all I'm talking about. Rant over. Back to Super Mario 64. Yes, I said Mario. Deal with it. You fucking plebs. I don't know what... Actually, a pleb is a peasant, correct? I'm correct. Let's go. Let's run into something. Alright. You know, don't just assume we're a bunch of little kids. You know, if you need to give us a basic tutorial, do that. If a new mechanic comes in that's kind of confusing, do that. Just, you know, if not, just tell us what button does what. You know, and like this new mechanic, like, say you're playing Arkham City, and Detective Vision comes on, you're like, what the fuck is this? You know, don't be like, this is Detective Vision, this does this, and this, and this. You'll be like, hey, this is your new thing called Detective Vision. Jesus. This is Detective Vision. This can do this, this, and this. This is the button you use to activate it. Figure the rest out on your own. Probably wasn't the best example, because Detective Vision is very straightforward in Batman Arkham City. I don't know. But, you know, things like that, just, you know, me, I'm very, you know, tell me what button does what. I can figure the rest out. Now, I never used to be like that. I always used to read manuals. You know, how many games come with a manual nowadays? Come on, name one game that you bought in the last 6 months, let's say 6 months, that included a manual that was more than 3 pages. You know, and yes, the covers count as a page. Yes, the covers count as a page. That's, you know, so like, you can't do it, can you? I mean, there's a couple, like, you know, maybe Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is 6 months. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is definitely 6 months. What am I saying? But, you know, things like that. It's like, fuck! Maybe so, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I was manual heavy. I would read the manuals, and, you know, that would not tell me why the game was doing what it was. Alright, I'm safe. Making sure. Alright, where am I shooting to? Where's the island in the sky at? It's right there, I guess. But, where am I at? Oh, going the wrong way. You know, I would always read the manuals to figure out what the buttons did. And you know what really sucked? Is the manuals had those things that were just like showed you a picture of the controller. Here's what all the buttons do. Good luck. Tell me what the buttons do, please. Like, please tell me what the onions. I'm thinking of the Game Grumps animated where he's like, more onion, please, where he talks about Subway. But like, yeah, tell me what it does. Don't just, you know, like, hey, this button does this. Wow, you know, kind of shit. Like, please, no. Don't, like, show me what the button does. You know, have like a little screenshot or something. Oh no. Shit here. Going over here. What do I do? Do I have to hit all of those? Fuck you. I'm exiting the course. I don't care anymore. I can't exit the course. Are you kidding me? Oh, yes I can. Emulation glitch. Alright. But, God, I've been on for 14 minutes, 15 minutes now, about fucking game design. Wow. That's bad. Like I said, Egoraptor, go watch his shit. I'll link it in the description. I'll link the Sequelitis playlist in the description. Aaron, I hope you're cool with me doing that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that is, how are you guys today? That's my go-to question. How are you guys? Tell me in the comments section below. Are you fine? Are you doing okay? What'd you eat for dinner last night? I ate tacos. Tonight, ooh, channel stuff. I can talk about channel stuff. I haven't talked about channel stuff in a while. I know, like, the last video I did was a big channel stuff thing. I know I said I wanted to talk about E3 conferences. I can't do that, I'm sorry. That's just... I feel like that is such an like, I was like, oh, that'd be a really cool thing to do that morning, right before I recorded that. And then as the day went on, I was like, you know, that's really, like, not my business. I'm, like, like cool. You know, like I said, Sony killed it at E3 this year. That's really all you need to know. Sony killed it. They announced a new God of War game that's based in Norse mythology. I mean, take my money. Bethesda announced Skyrim Remastered. Take my money. You know, who was it? Not Red Lion. CD Projekt Red, I was trying to think of. CD Projekt Red announced a full version game of Gwent, the card game from Witcher 3. Take my money. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. But yeah. You know, I've been thinking while I've been recording this, and I shouldn't say that I'm not myself when I record, because I am. I record very much of my personality, but it's very mellowed out when I record, because I'm trying to play video games at the same time. Like, if you meet me in real life, I am a dirty joke machine. I am like, yeah, it's bad. And are you fucking kidding me? Come on, this should be easy. It should be really easy. I could do this in my sleep if I weren't talking. But then when I stop talking, the Let's Play gets boring, so I can't do that now, can I? Get down there, damn it! Alright. What was I saying? Oh. I'm not really myself when I record. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I tend to mellow when I record. I tend to be a little bit more calm and cool and collected, because it's just... I'm not comfortable around recording it, and I know that's something that comes with time and practice, and I know it is. But, like, I don't know if I've ever told you this. I don't watch a lot of regular TV. I watch Netflix and YouTube, and I watch YouTube using my PlayStation. My PlayStation. That's how my PlayStation. Get down there, please. Thank you. And I mainly watch Let's Players, and I mainly watch like people like Peanut Butter Gamer, and like Pro Jared, and The Completionist, and the Normal Boots guys, and they're kind of what inspired the next big project I'm going to do on the channel. It's basically a show where I'm just going to sit down and talk about games. I'll be like, hey, Mario fan games and hacks are cool, let's talk about them. Let's talk about, like, let's do like a retrospective on the Uncharted series. Let's talk about the transition from 2D to 3D in certain franchises. That kind of thing. Jesus, the background is loud right now. Like, I want to reach over and change that, but I know if I don't, it'll just be me talking alone in my room. And if one of my parents wakes up, they're gonna walk in and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I want to avoid that confrontation. Where'd the star go? It's over here. Where'd the damn star go? He just dropped it. Oh. Alright. But yeah, like... I think there's a couple subscribers of mine. Austin, you're great. I love you. You're my best friend. When I say I love you, I mean no homo, seriously. But, you know me. This is not me. I cuss all the time. I make dirty jokes nonstop. But I'm also very self-conscious. And I think the more self-conscious side has been put into recording, and hopefully I can kind of overcome that soon here. Because this would be something that I'd like to do as, going into college, and, maybe even as a job. Like, I would do this as a job, even though, like, I really want to do music teaching for a job. If I could do this as a job, that'd be great. Like, I would be overjoyed at that. Let's just avoid that whole nasty section over there. Just sit down and play games and talk about games as a job. That'd be a dream for me, and I know many, many people are living that dream. And the reason many, many people are living that dream is because people can connect with them. People can connect with, people have charming personalities that people can connect with, and they can be like, hey, this guy is a human. This guy, he's funny. Then there are ones like, let's, I'm not gonna call him out because I've heard some stuff about him. Just, some particularly bad stuff about this particular one that I was about to mention that I'd rather not do for the sake of, my channel. But there are people who you will see, that aren't human. They're not themselves when they record, and you can see that. And then, like, there are people that are like that are themselves when they record, but they're just horrible, horrible people. Like, again, previously aforementioned person who will not be named has, drawn attention to channels that have called him out on his shit. And, they've drawn attention to channels that have called him out on his shit. And just, like, been like, hey, go dislike this fucker's videos. Make him feel bad about himself. Fucking... Alright, things like that. I don't want that to happen. Like, if it happens, I guess I'm fine with it, but I want to avoid that. But I also know that this person is such a shitty person. And all of his subscriber base are shitty people. Well, not shitty people, but they're, like... They're not... I shouldn't say that they're shitty people. They're just... I don't know. I've been going on too long about this already. It's... I think this is a good leave-off point for an episode. My name is Appollusgaming. I'm signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video.